G'day everyone, we're doing another risen recipe if you like. Today we're going to be making brioche, and brioche is different to what we've been making because it's a sweet bread in case you haven't tried it, and this mix has a normal flour but it's got sugar, egg, skim milk powder, oil, salt, soy and a bit of citric acid in it, so quite different as normal bread. What we need to do is we start with 240 ml of water, which we put in first so that it doesn't start activating the yeast. There's an optional 25 grams of butter. If you don't use the butter, which Rufus wants, then you do 250 ml of water. In that goes. We'll pop in our brioche mix, if I can get it away from the dog's nose. And we have, I think it was 8 grams of yeast. Yes, 8 grams of yeast. And again, that is the risen flour yeast. We're going to pop that into our bread maker, mix it into a dough, and use the dough setting on the bread maker. Form it into rolls. No, we're not. Curmudgeon camera person wants it as a loaf. So we're going to put it in a loaf pan, pop it in the oven, and bake for 30 to 45 minutes at 200 degrees. Right, let's get it in the bread maker. We're back, and we've cooked up our brioche and baked it, all done, so we're ready for a taste. But what we did in the meantime is we ran the mix through the dough making cycle in our cheap Kmart bread maker. Let it rise for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. We had a nice little ball of risen dough, pun intended. We then dropped it into a baking tray like this, greased up a little bit so it doesn't stick, and baked it at 200 odd degrees, a little above 200, for 15 minutes. Then we put it down to 185 for about half an hour more. Might have even been 35 minutes. And what we've ended up with is a misshapen but nicely browned brioche loaf. So I'm going to cut a bit off this and see what it's like. As I said, rather misshapen. We could have done a better job with that, but who cares? Now, which end will I take? I'll take this end. I'll just cut a little bit off the crust. Quite soft. I also note that the crust is not crisp. I think it's meant to be like that according to the Curmudgeon camera person. And we've got this yellowish, very soft, sweetish smelling bread. It's quite light. Let's get some butter. So over there is Rufus wanting his share. Butter's still a bit hard, but that'll do. Just roughly buttered. And I wonder what this tastes like. There we go. Slightly chewy crust. Slightly sweet, very slightly sweet. Almost like a croissant, in fact. I would say that's very much like a croissant. Nice. As you can tell, I'm still eating it, so it is good. Do you want some, Roof? I'm not the greatest eater of brioche, but to me, this tastes really good. I have to wait till the Curmudgeon camera person gets home and she's the expert. She'll be able to tell me if it's any good, but I reckon it is. Croissant, definitely croissant. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Give it a shot if you're anywhere near risen flour. Like, subscribe. We're back out in the garden doing mushrooms soon, so that'll be interesting. Enjoy life. Catch you in the garden. What about you, Ruth? He likes it.